Reboot, the art of turning an epic series into a show that when it wants to, takes the trouble to make good episodes. Like this one, and this one, which is the same as this one, and this one. In 2006, we met Vilgax, a world-conquering squid with a strange obsession for the Omnitrix. Seriously, he's willing to do anything to get it. In 2006, we also met Vilgax with the same obsession, but which Vilgax is the best? We'll find out next, because today, on Original vs. Reboot, Vilgax. This is the story of Vilgax, a powerful, world-conquering squid who knows only destruction, whose goal is to conquer the universe under his tentacles. In the original, Vilgax learns the galaxy's smartest being created, the Omnitrix. He goes on a suicide mission, loses the Omnitrix, the battle, and half his body after his ship is destroyed. In the reboot, Vilgax was an intelligent and prodigious squid whom Asmod once saw as a kind of apprentice. Deep down, Vilgax was still himself, so he stole the Omnitrix and became a conqueror. Faced with this, Asmod intervened by coding the Omnitrix, taking it from him, and stealing half his power, leaving him in this state. Both end up in terrible shape, literally losing half of themselves. In the reboot, we just see images, but the original shows Vilgax being torn apart, so the original wins this point. When it comes to story, or rather his origins, this Vilgax knows the secrets of the Omnitrix, but we never find out why.
Finding the key to the Omnitrix is just a game for the master of the Omnitrix.
In the reboot, it's explained better, since here Squid worked together with Asmod, which explains a lot about why he knows the secrets of the Omnitrix, so point for the reboot. After what happened in both series, we don't see Vilgax for a long time. In the reboot, we know nothing about this being until he arrives on Earth in a ship, introducing himself as Vil, a wise chimera similar to the new alien Ben just unlocked. In the original, after his defeat, he makes cameos where he slowly starts to torture Ben in his dreams. How does he do it? No idea, since Vilgax has no control over this device. When the squid arrives on Earth, he does so in the most spectacular way possible, destroying a city thanks to his epic ship and thus catching the attention of the Omnitrix bearer. Nothing compares to that moment. Point for the original, analyzing each one's plan a bit. In the reboot, it's based on tricking Ben, pretending to be an old man with good intentions, who will train his alien so he can reach 100% of his potential. Naive Ben falls for the trap and gives him back the power Asmod took away at the start. Originally, Vilgax's plan was simpler. He sent bounty hunters to retrieve his watch. What he never imagined was that the bearer would give him a lot of trouble, forcing him to leave his recovery to take it himself. The reboot's issue is he just appears, takes it, and leaves. Vilgax's plan fails, so he goes himself, but his intriguing cameos while searching for the Omnitrix and the Alliance make him win this point. Vilgax and Ben had never met before, making their first meeting significant. In the original series, Vilgax exits his ship with epic mythical presence, his silhouette leaving Ben confused and afraid. Since he's the alien that appeared in his nightmares,
You're the alien from my dreams.
the reboot stays on track. After outsmarting Vilgax, he absorbs his alien. You can see how the DNA separates, while the squid recovers his other half, and they introduce us to the real Vilgax. In this one, both of them shine in their introductions, so it's a point for each. The battles in both presentations have the same result, a Vilgax that can't be defeated. The squid is a Terminator that takes down all the aliens Ben puts in his way. The reboot has more merit because, in the first round, he faces not only Ben, but also bounty hunters Tetrix 66 and Crabs. He easily wins without breaking a sweat with his tentacles, so point for the reboot. The situation gets complicated before round 2. In the original, Ben is captured and taken to Vilgax's ship, where they try to remove the Omnitrix from him. The squid's plan is working unless the milkman shows up.
The milkman is here.
Grandpa Max won't allow it. This gives him the chance to escape and get ready for the second round. Let me tell you, the Omnitrix goes into a kind of loop that changes the aliens in the middle of the battle, making it more interesting, since we see Vilgax make use of his title as Conqueror of Worlds, destroying Diamond Head and humiliating Ben's aliens again. In the reboot, the Omnitrix also changes aliens, but this is more beneficial for the user the second time. Vilgax faces such a complex situation that he fights seriously, moving the battle to his ship. The original series wins this point. Check out how overpowered Vilgax is. They gradually reveal this worthy villain's evolution, who'll do anything to achieve his goal unless the script stops him. In the original, this battle ends with Vilgax capturing Ben again. Distracted by his ship's self-destruction triggered by Max, Vilgax is attacked by Ben and a giant pipe. You just destroyed Mount Rogmore and now you can't handle a simple little pipe. That's one less point for the original. In the reboot, the resolution improves as Ben transforms into Upgrade and updates the Omnitrix when cornered by the Squid. Gaining master control, the Squid can't do anything in battle. It just takes hit after hit from the aliens and finally ends up trapped in a block of diamond. Point for the reboot. After being defeated by a 10-year-old boy, can you imagine how angry the Squid was? In the reboot, he confronts him multiple times and even loses as Ben's new Omnitrix introduced Omni enhancements. Vilgax, tired of losing, needs to form alliances with Ben's enemies. In the reboot, he does so with Dr. Animo and Zombozo. In the original series, Vilgax is unfrozen by Kevin 11's mutation during a battle, where he realizes he has Omnitrix DNA. So they decide to form an alliance. I should mention that these alliances with enemies always end in betrayal. Most of them, if not all, are caused by the Squid except for Kevin's in the original, so we'll value the one who helped him the most. So the original wins since they caught Ben. In it, the projector sends Vilgax, Kevin, and Ben to the Null Void. They eventually take the Omnitrix from him, but after Kevin's betrayal, he becomes trapped there. In the reboot, Vilgax and Ben are taken inside the Omnitrix, where the Squid and his greed for the power of the Omnitrix core lead him to be defeated by a Ben possessed by the Great Nullification. He has to send Vilgax to the Null Void, and both endings are good. But watching the Squid's plan succeed and how he takes control of the Null Void by dominating those creatures. Most importantly, Ben's agony over losing the Omnitrix justifies this point. After a long time, Vilgax escapes the Void and returns, but in the reboot, he's after the Anti-Trix. Or rather, the power it stores will help him reach his most powerful form, Alien V.
I am the most powerful.
In the original series, he chases the Omnitrix but ends up starting an interstellar war. Vilgax recruits all his troops to finally get the Omnitrix. While impressive, the reboot offers something even more epic, this transformation. Point goes to the reboot. Vilgax's grand finale takes us to a really big battle, where let me tell you, both of them disappoint in their own way. Let me explain. In the original series, Vilgax can't do anything against really big, since you can't fight an alien who could crush you like a cockroach. Vilgax isn't given many options, but it still ends up being a bad finale, with him just being thrown into space and that's it. In the reboot, Vilgax has the incomplete power of a celestial alien, which allows him to use an ability that makes him as tall as really big. As the conqueror of worlds who knows the Omnitrix's secrets, it's disappointing he loses to an alien Ben never even used. He's quickly nerfed and humiliated, so that's -1 point. Overall, the original series is better than the reboot. New stories are emerging about originals versus reboots. Let me know your comparison of aliens, villains, or episodes, which will be available once we reach this goal, because making these videos is very difficult. So well, all that's left for me to say is that I'm Frio and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.